So performance engineering is a systematic process to improve team performance by putting those basic components. And the need to get something done, get that one single performance business-focused culture. And that's why we got Monty on the team to help us roll that out. So why was performance engineering used? It was a vehicle to communicate the combined Augusta Power Station's mission and need for change, and to help develop that one performance culture, and looking at putting in systems, improving our systems. So initial achievements, the station mission was communicated, education and initiation of the basics of successful team performance, performance engineering action cycle, which is a continuous review of actions, targets or objectives in those days in terms of implementation, like a plan, do, check, act cycle, and establishment of the feedback systems. And business focus improved, as did there were significant changes in the Playford Power Station operating workforce. It was interesting that in applying this, that we had some very tense workshops, particularly with the power station operators. We had our senior management roll in and present the scene, and then they would leave, and Monty would then kick off with the operating manager there and try and work through the blame fixing phase that you'd normally experience first up, before they decided to eventually say, right, well, let's get on with the job. Where did we end up, or what are the subsequent improvements? Station availability around that time was second in Australia, within 0.6% of the highest. And this was also during a period of what ETSA described as right-sizing the numbers. So the organisation was being downsized whilst we were improving performance. And at that same time, we achieved improved safety performance from 24 LTIs in 1 year down to 4. Planned work was increased to 70%, and overtime was reduced substantially whilst this right-sizing was going on. So there was significant improvements. The Augusta performance culture was established, and the automated feedback system was also set up.
But I must say, those parts of the organisation that adopted the performance engineering process brought about change much more quickly and probably in a more sustainable fashion. That resulted in our operating expenditure reducing by 23% over 5 years, and it continued to reduce well beyond that. Likewise, with employee numbers, there was a prolonged period of downsizing, or right-sizing as Lindsay recalls the jargon at the time. We managed to achieve those numbers reductions of 36% over 5 years and more than 60% over 8 years, while at the same time improving the culture, the commitment of people and our safety performance. In the annual reports at the time, the CEO noted that we had built staff commitment in a time of challenge, and that the staff had reached what he felt a level of commitment and drive to achieve the success to which we aspired. So these sorts of practices that we've been talking about, I've seen them work in many organisations. They do work.